Alright guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be talking about my different grind spots recommendations for new and new players and beginners. I'm going to be talking about the different things to grind for and when you should be going there. I'll also be timestamping the different kinds of AP brackets that you should have before going to these spots to at least be fairly efficient. I'm just going to be starting off by, I expect when you're here, that you have already done the main quests for all the way to Media and Altanova and have completed it. So right now you're level 56, you've done your awakening quests. Where should you grind? To be honest, if you want EXP, I would go to Polly's Forest. It's a great spot. Especially because you can get the attendant elements that you're going to need for your infinite potions. Your infinite potions are going to be a great asset, especially the HP one, when you get to the later stages of the game, where you don't just one-shot everything and things can actually kill you. But yeah, Polly's Forest, for a new player and a beginner, highly recommended. The money's pretty good, and you can get attendant elements and really good XP as well. The skill XP is also great, but you don't really need skill XP nowadays because you get so much from the main quest and it's cheaper to get the skills nowadays. After Polly's Forest, I would go to Blood Bowl Settlement. I know it's a little bit of a jump, but again, you're in season, you get tons of rewards. The 180, it shouldn't be a problem to reach within the first week, even if you don't play a lot. The reason I recommend Blood Bowl Settlement is because you can get your potion pieces. Again, the money is also pretty good, especially because you can get the Cactinac, and such as this on usage, you can actually take these and create crystals with them. And right now, the crystals sell for about 500 million each on the market, so that's pretty much like your money maker here. The other stuff is kind of negligible, it's kind of like not worth noting. But again, you're pretty much here for, yeah, the infinite potion pieces. If you have Agris, like done the Agris quest and so on, it's gonna take a little while to get it done, but at least like the first part is pretty easy, even for a beginner. Also, you can ask your friends or guildmates to help you out with some of the more difficult parts of it. It's a really good resource to have, and you get 20k each day, and it caps out at, I think it's 60 when you just do the first half, and then 100 when you do the second half, and then you get extra stuff from the second half as well. Really good resource. Centaur Search, if you have Agris, is an insane spot, especially if you have one of the classes with good movement or good AoEs. You can easily make 600, 700, 100 mil an hour here, and if you're on one of the better classes, 1 bill to 1.2 bill, mostly just from the trash loot because the way that Agris works. Yeah. Highly recommended if you can stand it and play a decent class for it. Your Necropolis, I don't really recommend people doing the daytime because the mobs are annoying, but nighttime is great because they have a lot higher drop rates on both the Panacea and also the pities for it. That's how I did it also. I think in one night I got like one night cycle, I got like 10 pity pieces, and after 3 hours I actually got the raw drop, so I didn't grind them more, but I would highly recommend it, especially at night time. Mermag Ruins, also a pretty decent place to grind, also pretty decent with Agris. You're mainly here for your XP and for some Atanis elements, and it's just like it's like a tower spot. You just sit in one spot, and the mobs spawn. Then you kill them, and then you move on to the next spot. Sit there, kill the mobs, and most of the time, at least if you're like solo or party of 2 or 3, you just rotate between 2 to 3 trees, and then they respawn before you even need to think more about it. It's really chill, and it's pretty good money as well. Droneros, again, one of the places to grind for potion pieces. Most people don't really like the place, I don't either, but it's mostly because of the way that the mobs are spread out and some of the the more annoying mechanics. If you want to min-max at the spot, it's I'm not a fan, but the money's good. The money there is pretty good, both from forestries, Cavras, Ancient Spirit Dust. Money is, I don't know, with a loot scroll, normal RNG, probably like around 400 to 600 million an hour. While you're also grinding for your potion pieces, so it's actually pretty good. Again, I prefer Puddle Settlement, but for Stone Rose, it's actually pretty good. What else do we have? Yeah, we're kind of moving into the Elvia spots right now. Yeah. Also, Imps wouldn't recommend Biragidin. Biragidin is actually pretty good, especially in the monorail. Like, you're mainly here to go and get your shards for your cups and everything else. Like, sure, it adds up, but you're mainly here for the cups. The necklaces can also be used, but don't really bank on it because you don't get a lot of those. Mainly here for the shards again, and the money is also pretty decent. Yeah, actually, for this AP, and if you want to get money, I would actually recommend it. My opinion, like with some decent setup with crystals and consumables, you can make more money here without Agris that you can actually make at Centaurs with Agris. Yeah, overall, highly recommended. You can also grind History and Arcman if you wanna like go for your potion, not potion. If you wanna try your luck, it's great getting the compass pieces. Beware though, the drop rates are insanely low, especially for the history pieces. It's not really a new player endeavor per se, but you can do it, and they're also pretty aggressive efficient both. Kratuga Ancient Ruins. If you don't have artifacts already and don't want to buy the high-end artifacts right now because there's just other cheaper, better upgrades, I would highly recommend going to Kratuga Ruins. The main reason that you go here is actually to go ahead and get your extra AP against monsters, artifacts. The pool of artifacts is pretty big, as you can see. But then again, when you get between 6 and 18 artifacts an hour when grinding there, it's just faster to get them this way than go ahead and grind them at other places. For example, the extra AP against monsters one. I think it also drops from Bloodwolf Settlement. No, it doesn't. But some of the other low-end spots also drop artifacts, but it's only some of them. Like some of the artifacts per spot, as you can see, and they drop pretty rarely. Like, I don't know, in my 50-60 hours that I did a Bloodwolf once, I think I got like 10 artifacts, so that's one every 6 hours. And then with my time in Kratuga Ruins, again, most of the time I got between 10 and 15 artifacts an hour. And then it's just faster to get your artifact this way. And of course, when you have the AP and DP for it. So Nagas, kind of like a mini mirror mark. You go to a pack, do some, just kill the mobs that are around. Again, you're here for the Shard of the Drained Knight. Again, I would actually recommend Biragidin over Swamp Nagas. The money is better and it's more, I don't know, enjoyable, at least for me. But yeah. Not a bad spot at all. From Phobans. It can be really good, at least for the AP for it. But the reason that you're here is to get the shot of the Tearful Knight. It's the best spot to go ahead and grind for the blue cups, but I wouldn't per se give you. I wouldn't tell you to go here unless you want to grind out your own cups. Again, you're going to need a fair amount, but if you want to go ahead and grind your own cups and not just buy them, and you need the blue ones, I would go to Swamp Phobans. Yeah. So Cry Underwater Ruins, it's kind of out of the way, and when you're there you want to stay for a while. You can't really bring your horse or anything with you, so it can be a pretty good spot, at least for the AP and DP, if you have enough maids to sustain you, like just maiding the trash loot to town, and yeah. can be pretty good. And yeah, the targets are kind of low right now. They used to be like 200, 300 million, but overall, not a bad spot. And also the abyssal essences, you can go ahead and take those and use them to make frenzied rods. And yeah, either use them yourself or sell them. Great asset anyways. Then we have Jade Started Forest. Yeah, as you see, the X-ray peak against monsters artifact. I think I grinded here 50, 60 hours, and I got, I don't know, 6 or 7 artifacts, and only one of those. So again, Kratuga if you want to get your own artifacts. But again, you're here Jade because you want to try to look at some bingo items, and because you want to try and get your own embers and flame, so you can go ahead and make your own Nebraska helmet when you get to that stage of the game. Overall, pretty good spot, especially with Agris, one of the most Agris efficient spots, especially for that AP. I would highly recommend it if you want to go and make your own Nebraska helmet by farming out your own flame. Bloody Monastery. This spot is more entertaining than Biragiden, and it has pretty much the same loot table. You can see this Crimson Bell. Like on a good hour, you get from like between 7 and 12 an hour, and then at the end of the hour, you just go ahead, sit in the middle of the castle, pop all of the bells. And then for the next 10 minutes, for each bell, waves of monsters will just come running at you, and then you can just farm the hell out of those monsters and get some good drops. That's why you can also get a lot of shards here. Just like you can at Biragiden. Both of the spots, I really enjoyed both of them. I would highly recommend this spot, especially if you don't like Biragi that much. But yeah, pretty decent spot overall, and the Crimson Bell mechanic is pretty fun. Orc Camp. If you just want raw silver while also grinding for again your cups, this place is the best one to get the Shards of the Furious Knight. While it also gives a lot of just raw money from the trash loot itself. Great spot. I highly recommend it if you want to grind for your cups while also making some good money. And last but not least, Hongland Base. I haven't grinded here a lot yet, but I have had some pretty good hours. The main reason that you're here is because the money is good, both from the trash loot. You can also use Agris, even though it doesn't list it. The spot also has a fun little mechanic where you actually get to use your 200% Black Spirit skill, if you haven't locked it, of course. It's great fun, and the main money is from the trash loot, and then all of these dawn crystals. These dawn crystals can also be melted. They can also get melted into Essence of Dawn that you then use to go ahead and enhance your Karasat accessories, which is why I would actually recommend people to, like, as soon as they start here, if they already have their cups and everything done, I would actually recommend people to stay here until like 300 AP, just because the money is good and you're going to need a buttload of dawns for enhancing your Karasats in the future. Small note though, if you get the AP ones, I would hold on to them for now. As you can see, the bigger one, it costs 1 billion on the market, and it gives 3 AP, while the smaller one, it only gives 2 AP, but it's also cheaper. When you have your Karasat accessories, you can actually put these into your accessories. Well, not into your accessories themselves, but down here, when you have your Karasats equipped, as you can see, these slots open up. And this is where you can put in the dawns and get extra stats. So highly recommend getting your Karasats and start working on them while you're doing everything else. There's a lot to do, but yeah, Hongland Base, highly recommendable. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long-winded. If it was, please go ahead and tell me down in the comments below. And well, have a good time, everyone. See you around later.